his new bride and him should move to Kashi and no other place. And he moved to Kashi. The legend of Kashi 100% goes by the fundamental that he himself lived here. This is his winter place. He lived as an ascetic in the upper regions of Himalayas. He liked it there. He didn't mind the cold. If it got too cold, he smeared himself with ash from the cremation grounds and that kept him going. But when he got married to a princess, compromises have to be made. And being a graceful man, he decided he will move to the plains. As this was the most fabulously built city of the time, naturally he decided his new bride and him should move to Kashi and no other place. And he moved to Kashi. He said, this is it, this is my abode. And he himself took the effort to consecrate the space into a powerful field of energy which still lives. There's a beautiful story. Shiva himself left Kashi because of some political reasons. Yes. There was a king called Divodasa. Divodasa became a phenomenal king. So, because the gods were afraid that Kashi may lose its reverberance if it's not properly managed, so they asked him to become the king. But he put a condition that if I have to be the king, Shiva has to leave the place. Because anyway people will go after him, I will sit in the palace, what kind of king am I? Shiva has to leave. So Shiva along with Parvati left to Mount Mandara. He went there and he could not stay. He wanted to come back to Kashi, but there's a political condition that he cannot come back to Kashi. So he said, get this Divodasa out, I want to go. So he sent 64 yoginis. He said, somehow corrupt the king. Once we find some fault in him, we can send him packing and I'll come back. They came here, they entrenched themselves all over the society, wanting to corrupt the society, but they loved the place so much, they forgot the mission. They didn't go back. Then he sent Surya Deva. He came here, he loved the place so much. People, all the Aditya temples are for him. He came and he loved it so much and he didn't go back. Then he sent Brahma. Brahma himself came and he loved it and he didn't go back. Then he said, I cannot trust any of these people. And he sent his own ganas. They cannot forget Shiva, they are his people. But they loved the place so much. They thought, this is the only place Shiva should live, not Mount Mandara. And they became Dwarapalakas of this city. They said, anyway he has to come, there's no point we going back. Then Divodasa was tempted with mukti. He did not fall for any kind of other things they created, corruptions. He was incorruptible, but he was tempted with mukti and he took it. Then Shiva came back. So, there's a temple called Avimukteshwara because Shiva promised he will never leave Kashi. Whatever happens, I will not leave Kashi. So these are all stories to tell you how much they long to be here, not because of pleasures, because of the possibility that the city offered. Because the city was not just a dwelling place, it was a mechanism to go beyond all limitations. It was a mechanism for this tiny little organism to connect with the larger organism of the cosmos.